Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. Now, I believe recently you saw a video of Catholic bishops in State House. Well, bishops are telling the government a big no to a proposed amendment touching on schools and universities. You see, the truth of the matter is that Catholics have schools which they have been managing full autonomy on them. These are missionary schools. That is something that we all aware of. So through the Conference of Catholic Bishops chairperson, Archbishop Maurice Muhatia, the association has expressed strong reservations regarding the Basic Education Bill 2024 and the Universities Amendment Bill 2024. So these two bills are the reasons why these bishops found themselves seeking audience with William Samoei Ruto, because they also saw something very sinister. They saw an ill motive behind this Basic Education Bill 2024 and the Universities Amendment Bill 2024, because going by the summary of those bills, it is believed that the full autonomy that these churches have been having over these schools will be taken away by the government. So the archbishops, the bishops are saying no to that move. So before we get further into this analysis, please like this video to continue supporting the work of this channel. And to new viewers, please subscribe to help us grow this channel. And to existing subscribers, thank you so much for your support. You have made this channel grow. So let's get into this analysis, ladies and gentlemen. You know, when I first saw that footage, Catholic bishops in the State House, I knew there was something that was happening. There was something that was happening behind the scene. So after doing so much research, I realized that there was a problem. And Catholic bishops are telling the government that Basic Education Bill 2024 and the Universities Amendment Bill 2024, the two bills are a thorn in the flesh and cannot be allowed. So that is a strong message from these people. So I want us to go to these two bills, because there could be something, there could be several clauses within these bills that are giving these bishops sleepless nights. What could these items be? Proposed legislation, going by what we've gathered, is that it grants the Cabinet Secretary for Education significant authority over private and faith-based schools. You know, private and faith-based schools, we know that in Kenya there are so many private schools, but the Cabinet Secretary will have, you know, some level of autonomy on these schools. So the faith-based schools are now the Catholic schools. You know, we have SK churches, SK Church as schools. Now we have so many schools which have been formed by the churches. There are so many other missionary schools which were formed during the missionaries' time when they came to Kenya. So the government wants to control this. This is not the first time the government is trying to do this, but it is like third, fourth time that the government is trying to make this kind of approach. So what could be these proposals that are proposed in the new legislation? I want to take you to some of the proposals which are giving these bishops sleepless nights. The first item will be approval or amendment or rejection of sponsorship requests. It says the Basic Education Bill redefines the sponsor role, potentially hindering the church's ability to establish new schools or influence existing ones. Okay, so on to the second clause. Talks about regulation of school contribution. The government gains control over how sponsorship is managed, potentially impacting financial and operational decisions by the church. Okay, on to the third thorny issue: appointment of board chairs. The Basic Education Bill reduces the church's influence on school governance by placing the appointment authority with the county education board. Okay, so on to the fourth one: dissolution, merger, conversion of universities. It says the Universities Amendment Bill empowers the Cabinet Secretary to restructure private universities, including those founded by religious organizations, with potentially limited consultation. Those are the form items which the Catholic bishops sounded alarm on. The proposal will give the government power to control mission schools. Catholics have been owning schools, hospitals, and other business entities. This is something we all are aware of. This is something that I don't have to tell you about, but we also know that the government wants to have total control over this, probably maybe to be able to have a say. Private schools are there. If this is passed, or maybe if it's passed, then it means even the private schools, the government will take partial autonomy on the schools, whereas the government is just supposed to provide policies and regulations which are supposed to be followed by. But this bill seeks to withdraw the autonomy on the Catholics and give county education board some mandate over these schools. Of course, they're supposed to control the quality and standard of education. But when it comes to sponsorship, which according to the bill, it talks about the government having a say on these sponsorships. So meaning if there are sponsors who are sponsoring certain things, the county education board will have total control over. That means they will have to know how much money is being disbursed in form of sponsorships. So that's the reason why the bishops found themselves in the State House. So, ladies and gentlemen, what do you make of this latest revelation from the Catholic bishops? They are sounding alarm over the government's involvement in the affairs of this missionary school. Do you think this is something that the government should be involved in, or the government should just keep off from the affairs of the institutions? Because going by the history, most of these Catholic schools have been doing well in terms of behavioral approaches, how the institutions have been doing well, and I know this is a fact. It's available in the public domain that they have been doing well. So if the government gets totally involved, that means the Catholics will be forced to withdraw. Or maybe the message that is being sent here is that you bishops should focus on preaching the gospel, not on the issue of businesses like what you're doing. In other words, they are saying that the Catholic bishops are using the church to be able to invest, and then they're the ones who are benefiting. So there is something here that the government could have seen. I don't know, but maybe with time we will find out what the government could have seen that compelled them to come up with this kind of bill that is seeking to withdraw the autonomy on the schools. So, ladies and gentlemen, what do you make of this latest revelation? Just go below the comment section and offer your reaction. So perhaps if you're watching this video and you've not subscribed, please take 1 second and subscribe. Like this video. So until you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.